My definition of cosplay is dressing up as a movie character. Dressing up as a character from a film, a series, a comic even. Something that you enjoy, something you know a bit about, and then just parading around in it for a laugh. First event I went to with the Colonial Marines in full costume was May 2009. I started by looking at props and just replicas just for an interest. And when I started seeing the community and the ease of how it is to get into it, I just thought just going for a laugh, thinking I might do it once, and that'll be it. And it just turned out to be so much fun and just kept going. The UK Colonial Marines, it's a charity costuming group set up to raise money for numerous charities, the NSPCC, Medi-Cinema for the recent two, who specialise in going around dressed as characters from Aliens, be they screen-accurate costumes, close to screen-accurate costumes, or extended universe costumes. During we go to events, make ourselves known, and raise money. Simply as. Just having fun. It's something the UK Colonial Marines are all for. People turning up to events in the best they can do. To find the screen-accurate costume, armour, and everything can set you back a good few £1,000s. What I've got, I bought from surplus stores, I bought from people on the forum, and I bought second-hand. Well, the costume I've got here has been made out of mostly found parts. The jacket itself is a British Mark I flak jacket. These are Vietnam issue jungle boots. The pulse rifle itself, and the headset is actually an Xbox 360 wired headset. It was just great fun to walk around in something I'd made, and found and put together myself.
When he started properly talking about it, I was a bit, okay, there's a load of weird guys dressing up as different things. It's going to be a bit weird. But I mean, the more I looked into it, the more I got to know the guys on the forum and like everything that Chris was talking about, how they were making all this props. You just suddenly realised how much effort was going into it, how much talent was going into it all, and you just suddenly get a respect for it, especially when they're making their own costumes. But I'm sure he'll get me involved at some point. He's making me a Gears costume at the moment at my request, because I'm a bit obsessed with Gears of War.
Alright.
And so I thought I better actually do something that I am involved in instead of just trying to claim off of Chris.
My staff love cosplaying. We've got a girl called Julia, who's always doing Final Fantasy cosplays, and she's doing a makeup and costuming degree. So that explains why she really enjoys cosplaying herself. And we have Jade, who loves to do the kind of more, she likes to do the feminine cosplay, like Miku, Vampire Knight. Yeah. Cosplay means just dressing up in any kind of costume. So if you're a fan of snacks, you might want to cosplay as a bean can. That's still cosplaying. If you like Metal Gear Solid and you can't make anything, you can get a cardboard box and get into it and crawl around the floor and scare the hell out of people who don't know what the hell it is. All right, we sell lots of sailor costumes. We sell the Katsuki costume. That's really popular. In fact, that's probably one of the best sellers. But yeah, so we generally do the costumes that are the most popular mangas at the moment. So Naruto, Vampire Knight, Bleach, Death Note, they're the ones that people want. Make sure you come to Tokyo Toys. Our customer service is really good. We're really friendly and we're always happy to help. And we always let people try on the costume to make sure they get absolutely the perfect fit.
Well, I'm actually fairly new to the experience of it. Last year, I'm from Canada, and in Canada they did a documentary series called Fanboy Confessional. It was like a 6-part, half-an-hour series, and I narrated it. And so they did a cosplay edition, they did LARPing, and a couple other different things. So that was kind of my first experience of it. I got to see it, and they interviewed a ton of people, and it was really, really cool. I was very impressed with how much work and dedication that people put into it, and how obviously people get into it. You know, it's been interesting here because half the convention center is like top model, and the other half is this. The models are dressed up, and then everybody here's dressed up, and everybody's kind of sizing each other up, and there's like a bit of like, oh, that's kind of cool, like that's a cool costume. So I think it's good fun. Yeah.
My name is James Fennell. I'm effectively the cosplay coordinator for MCM Expo. So I primarily at the moment I look after Euro cosplay. It's primarily a competition for cosplayers from all over Europe. Ideally, it's a way of getting expanding people's knowledge across Europe, bringing the countries together and giving everybody an idea of what everybody else is doing, how you can do everything, the different ways people enjoy making costumes and cosplaying. The culture is actually quite different across a lot of Europe, so it's all really quite interesting. And yeah, it's a good way to expand the boundaries of cosplay. Part of what Expo asked us to do was to run it as a competition, so we run it as a competition. Okay. So we run qualifiers throughout the year, and then a final in October in London. At its heart, you either make a costume or you buy a costume and you dress up and you have fun in it. Some people really like getting into character. Some people really like the construction aspects of cosplay. Some people just like wearing costumes. That is the whole point, to have fun, expand. Certainly if you're making costumes. And yeah, it's about having fun, meeting people. Zariel, his costume was absolutely stunning. It was all, he'd worked in animatronics in there, learned a whole load of new techniques using things like silicon and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons we wanted to run Euro Cosplay, and one of the things that makes it so interesting.
In the UK, there are probably around 550 members we've got now, of which probably 200 are fairly active costuming. It's like anything else, it won't run itself. So we have a staff of about 10 or 12 people who organise events, set up liaising between organisations. So we have a staff. Basically, I head up the staff. I make sure that the web is working right. I make sure that the events are working right. A bit like, I suppose, if you were going to describe it as anything, a kind of managing director role. Most of the guys do it, in fact all of the guys do it, because they just love doing it. It's fun. It's a very social thing. It's about camaraderie. And it's probably living the dream, that thing you wanted to do when you were a kid. There's a child inside everybody. My dad has always said that it's like I'm living my second childhood, and I've always corrected him and said I haven't actually finished with the first one yet. Anybody can do it. We literally have members of all backgrounds, all sorts of jobs, all parts of the country. There is no type. You'll never see a UK garrison stormtrooper or any character remove a helmet whilst in public. It's just a no-no. If you go out and you're that character, you are. If you see a UK garrison bunch, they will be stormtroopers. It's not a bunch of guys. In the same way, I always use the example of you'll never see Mickey Mouse remove his head at Disney because it's Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse doesn't remove his head. You will not see when you see our guys, they are stormtroopers, or they are Imperial gunners, or it is the guys from the Matrix, Captain Jack, Batman, whoever. It's not so much a rule, it's just that's the way we do it. It's the way we've always done it. And it's the way we always will do it. It's not actually necessarily the way the whole of the 501st do it. Although many, many people who have come over here and troop with us have adopted that, because people mistake the way we do it with not having fun. Well, we have more fun than anybody, I assure you. Don't go easy, don't go hard, don't go this, don't go that. Do what you want to do. Okay. It's not about... If you focus on just doing something easy, you're not going to... You're doing it all for the wrong reasons. If you want to do a stormtrooper costume, set out to do that. And if you have a budget, figure out a way to do it within that budget. There are ways. There are always ways. You may have to cut a corner here or do this there or whatever, but you'll do it. But you're going to achieve what you set out to achieve.